Hello, everybody. I might upload this today, which is the 25th, or I might upload it on June 1st. But since it is Pride Month, I suppose I better tell you a few things. Oh man, I'm very uncomfortable about this subject personally. So if I stammer a little bit, understand that it's because I'm not into talking about this too much, since it's been such a long process for me. But might as well tell you. I happen to be what they call a MTF transsexual. I'm pre-op, meaning that I don't have this taken care of yet, but I soon will. Um, well, I guess the way to start this is to, dig deep into my childhood with stuff I do remember. So, yeah, as a child, I was extremely different from the other children. I often would play pretend, play house and stuff, but unlike them, I often would play alone. And it was mainly because of my feminine demeanor. You know, some kids can be cruel. This happened at a daycare, I believe. As I moved to school, I started to associate more with girls than with guys because I felt like more comfortable around us. And I couldn't really relate to the guys in any way, if that makes sense. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen even by now that, from my interest in games, you guys can probably tell that I'm not really the macho type. So, yeah, when I was around 6, I believe, first grade, I started to cross-dress in private a lot of the time. I often would wear this blue dress, and I had this wig that I would wear. And one time I got caught by my father, and well, I don't want to go there. It's on my blog if you guys want to read that. Not even my sister knows that story. But anywho, um, eventually, when I was around 7, I started to play with more girlish toys like Barbies and stuff like that, like even Polly Pockets and let's see what else. Horses, that was another big thing of mine. Um, as you can tell, I was pretty feminine, and I still am. But as I got older, I started to realize what it was about, and I could not just live like a half life any longer. So starting with middle school, I used to underdress in private, or not in private, underdress in school. So that, it's where you wear feminine undergarments underneath your regular guy clothes. And then I would cross dress in private until I just had enough and I decided I want to grow my hair out. I wanted to put on makeup in public and be more me. Uh, I found out through a lot of encouragement and stuff online through a website that no longer exists. I believe it was Lynn Conway's website. It showed how the surgery, the hormones, and all that stuff worked. So I thought, this is my calling. I got to do this. It'll make me feel complete and happy. So I came out to my mother, and she decided to take me to a psychologist. And it was in April of 2011, I believe. They diagnosed me with gender identity disorder, which is now known as gender dysphoria. So I started by growing my hair out and stuff, which I got a lot of knack for that in middle school. And then slowly but surely, I started to dress in more androgynous clothing. I would put on some foundation, but no other makeup. I blended in really well with the youth group. They had no idea, despite having, well, this is an estradiol necklace, by the way, but I had a pride necklace before anyone else in the school did. I'm really proud about that. Um, but anyway, come 2014, I had enough of hiding and I decided to just go full throttle because I was going to be 18 in a few months and I wanted to live my womanhood as best as I could or can still. So, what happened after was we had to move a few times and I eventually quit Facebook, my first account, because of the harassment and bullying on there, and not to mention the fact that my views on things aren't exactly conventional. So I left and scoured the internet for HRT. That was another thing I was looking for profusely because my therapist and doctor, they wouldn't allow me to have it. because I also have ASD or autism spectrum disorder, more specifically Asperger's, which they don't use that term anymore. But anywho, March 18th of 2016, I had enough of scouring and I decided to almost take my own life. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry about it. I had enough of being denied hormones for so long that I ended up taking a butcher knife in the kitchen and slicing like a pendulum, hoping to castrate myself. I survived, luckily. Had had a long stay somewhere, and then I found out about supplemental hormones. Um, I found out through a forum from a friend, and she told me about ovarian glandular and saw palmetto, which there's not a lot of research done on it, but it's worked for me for many, many years. So yeah, and eventually, 2018, I officially went to see an endocrinologist, and he prescribed me HRT, which has been very, very useful. And the effects of it are pretty nice. I'm able to freely express myself without getting angry anymore. I'm less hateful in my views. I'm much more freedom of expressing myself, like my clothing and stuff. I'm more happy with who I am and happy about my bodily changes. I certainly put on weight since then. I'm kind of glad about that. But well, now in 2023, I'm awaiting surgery in about a year. And after this, I wonder what I'm going to do with my life. I've been thinking about going into farming personally. Like I want to be a potato farmer. So there was a silver lining. Well, this is just my story, and I hope that you guys understand that my experience is different from your experience, which your experience may be different from your family or your friends' experiences. We're all human beings deep down, and this is who I am. I'm happy about it, and I would never go back no matter what. I'm quite glad about that. It's good to know thyself, as that one Latin phrase said. So yeah, this is my story, and I probably have a lot of details left out though because I don't want this to be like an X-rated film. It's kind of like that. But yeah, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, and I hope you all have a happy Pride Month. Bye bye.